William Sawalich walked into Rockingham Speedway carrying a 25th place finish from the year before. The same track, the same lap traffic that buried him. Nobody expected him to win, and for most of the night, it looked like someone else had the race locked up. So how does a 19-year-old with a rough rookie year behind him end up in victory lane? Last year at this same track, Sawalich finished 25th. Lap traffic ate him alive. He lost control of the race, lost his position, and drove home with nothing to show for it. That finish haunted him. You will see why that matters in about 2 minutes. Fast forward to April 4th, 2026. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Series shows up at Rockingham Speedway in North Carolina, a 0.94-mile paperclip track that rewards patience and punishes mistakes. No superstar names on the entry list. Just 40 drivers who all want the same thing, and one 19-year-old who needed it more than anyone. Sawalich rolls out in the number 18 Soundgear Toyota GR Supra for Joe Gibbs Racing. His crew chief is Jeff Meendering. His car is good, but not early race good. In Stage 1, he runs 5th, solid, but not special. Stage 2, he moves up to 2nd, still not leading, still watching. Here is where the race gets interesting. While Sawalich is quietly building, another driver is absolutely dominating. Corey Day, 20 years old, driving the number 17 Hendrick Motorsports car, leads a race-high 118 laps. He sweeps both stages. The first stage wins of his career. He has the fastest car. He is running away from the field. Then his pit crew hands it to everyone else. A slow stop during the Stage 2 break costs Day 5 positions in 1 second. Just like that, the dominant car is buried in traffic. He never recovers. He finishes 10th, his best performance of the season, and he has nothing to show for it. That is NASCAR. One slow stop and everything changes. Now back to Sawalich, and back to that 25th place finish from 1 year ago. Here's what he did differently this time. He studied the race tape. He broke down where lap traffic cost him, where he made mistakes, where he panicked. He came back to Rockingham with a plan, not just a fast car, but a thought-out strategy for what to do when the race got hard. And the race did get hard. 7 cautions total. Lap 172 brings the restart that decides everything. Sawalich takes the lead, and from that moment, nobody gets close. He leads the final 79 laps, 80 laps total on the day. His teammate Brandon Jones pushes hard behind him. It does not matter. Sawalich crosses the finish line 0.863 seconds ahead of Jones. For a short track, that is not a photo finish. That is a statement. What just happened is bigger than one win. JR Motorsports had won 5 straight races coming in. 5. That is the kind of streak that makes a team feel untouchable. Sawalich killed it. Joe Gibbs Racing now extends their own streak, 6 straight series wins, which ties the all-time record. Sawalich and Jones give JGR a 1-2 sweep. First one of the season. Behind them, the race had its own chaos. Justin Allgaier finishes 3rd. Rajah Caruth 4th, a career-best finish. Caruth grabs that 4th spot with 9 laps to go by making a 3-wide pass on Sheldon Creed and Carson Cavapil at the same time. Do not miss that detail. 3 wide, 9 laps left, Caruth threads the needle and takes the position. That is racing. Now back to the standings, because this is where things get complicated for a few people. Allgaier leaves Rockingham with a 126-point lead over Jesse Love in the championship standings. But Love had a rough night. He gets shoved by Caruth on lap 153, hits the outside wall, loses his position on an unscheduled pit stop, and finishes 27th, 2 laps down. Points leader enters the weekend. Limping home in 27th is not the story he wanted to write. The Sawalich-Love rivalry is worth watching. Love is 2nd in points. Sawalich just cracked the top 15, jumping 3 spots to 11th with this win. They are going in opposite directions right now. And there is one more person you need to know about from this race, Brent Cruz. Cruz just turned 18 years old on March 30th. He is now old enough to race the full slate of tracks in the O'Reilly Series. His celebration lap at Rockingham, leading 30 laps, scoring stage points in both Stage 1 and Stage 2. He had the pace to contend for the win. Then his crew called for 2 tires when everyone else took 4. He drops back, develops tire issues, falls out of the fight. His first career win was right there, and a strategy call took it away from him. He is also a Joe Gibbs Racing teammate to Sawalich. 4 JGR cars in the field, 3 of them finishing in the top 5, 1 more who should have been there. Joe Gibbs Racing is not just winning, they are taking over. Now here is something nobody is talking about in the recap stories. Sawalich is the first driver born in Minnesota to win a race in any of NASCAR's top 3 national series. Not this year, not this decade, ever. That is not a footnote, that is history. A state with no NASCAR roots, no local short track scene feeding into the top series, produced a kid who went to Rockingham and broke a record that has stood since the sport started. One more thing before we wrap this up. Sawalich now qualifies for the Dash 4 Cash race at Bristol Motor Speedway on April 11th. The top 4 finishers at Rockingham, Sawalich, Jones, Allgaier, and Caruth, will race each other for a $100,000 bonus on top of their normal race result. The best finisher among those 4 takes the check. But here is what makes this harder than it sounds for Sawalich. Allgaier has turned the Dash 4 Cash into a personal piggy bank. In 23 career appearances, he has claimed the prize 7 times, the most in program history, for a total of $700,000. Nobody else is close. He also has 2 race wins, 2 poles, and 17 top 10 finishes in 26 career Bristol starts. This is his track. He knows every inch of it. Both Sawalich and Caruth are entering the Dash 4 Cash for the first time. Jones has tried 7 times and never collected. So out of the 4 drivers chasing $100,000, 3 of them are walking into a situation Allgaier has already mastered. There is also a Toyota problem. The only Toyota win in the last 8 races at Bristol belongs to Aric Almirola, and that was last fall. Chevrolet has owned that track recently. Sawalich just broke Chevrolet's 7-race win streak in the series at Rockingham. Now he has to back it up at a track that has been eating Toyotas alive. And one more wrinkle, Rajah Caruth will not be driving his usual number 88 JR Motorsports Chevrolet at Bristol. He switches to the number 32 Jordan Anderson racing car, while Kyle Larson, the defending race winner at Bristol, slides into the number 88. Caruth has to chase $100,000 in an unfamiliar car against a field that includes the guy who won here last year. Bristol is a completely different animal from Rockingham. Short, steep, banked, a concrete half-mile where contact is constant and tempers run hot. Rockingham rewards patience, Bristol rewards aggression. Sawalich was cool and controlled at Rockingham. The question at Bristol is whether that same composure holds when the walls are closer and the racing gets dirtier. That is the cliffhanger going into next week. Go back to the beginning of this video for a second. A 19-year-old kid nobody picked to win, 79 laps in the lead, never challenged. Every veteran behind him ran out of answers. That is not luck. He studied the race from the year before. He came back with a plan. He executed it when the restart hit, and he made the best car in the race, the Corey Day car, irrelevant by staying clean while Day's pit crew gave it away. The message Sawalich sent at Rockingham is this: the series just got harder to win for everyone else. He will be at Bristol next Saturday, with $100,000 on the line, against Allgaier, the most decorated Dash 4 Cash driver in history, and a Caruth who just drove a career-best race in a car he has never sat in before. If you want to know who wins that bonus and what it means for the championship, stay close. That story is just getting started.